All right, welcome back everybody. Here we go. Last video before we draft. I thought since I didn't have the time to do like a full mock draft video, I would just quickly go through and tell you who I think everyone's going to keep. There's been a little bit of changes since the last mock draft videos, on who I think everyone's going to keep. So I just thought for fun, hey, why not throw out a last minute video? So, normal YouTube stuff like follow, comment, share, whatever. Do whatever you need to there. So I am going to go through our rosters just as they show up on YouTube, not YouTube, Yahoo, sorry. And they might be different than your order, but that's the order I'll go in. You'll have it on your screen who the players are, and then at the end I'll just post a screenshot of who I think everybody keeps and leave it at that. I'm gonna try and keep it quick so you can just kind of quickly watch this before you do something. Okay, so the first one on mine is on my screen, is my own team. I've made this quite clear all year. I'm going to keep Jamar Chase in the 6th and keep Tank Dell in the 17th. So that one's quick and easy. Moving on, next one here is the Evil Buddies. For them, that's the one I've kind of tried different ones in the mock draft, some different players. So what I'm doing for the Evil Buddies is Devon Achane in the 12th and Kyron Williams in the 18th. There's some other good players there, but just based on those two mock drafts and who I had them keeping, I think that's the best outcome for them. They can just go heavy receiver to start and go from there. Next one we have is Jeremy with Better Call Hall. This one, the first time with Ren, he took Olave as the keeper. I was looking at maybe Jeremy goes 2 running backs and went Hall and Cook. And in talking with Dallas the other day, I'm settling on Breece Hall and Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice has a 10th round keeper value. Doesn't sound like he's going to be suspended. So maybe he'll just keep rolling with Mahomes there. And we'll see. We'll go from there. Next up is Rob. Rob, I've said all along, is Amon-Ra St. Brown and Pacheco. Maybe he surprises us and takes Bijan as a keeper in the first round instead of taking Pacheco. Who knows? Which would be kind of cool because then it would just change everything that I think Dallas is going to do. So we'll see. I think he will not keep Bijan and stick with Amon-Ra St. Brown and Isaiah Pacheco. Which brings us to Dallas next. Again, this one I've had conversations with him. There's no reason not to think he is going to change from Nico Collins and Puka Nacua. 2 good receivers. Puka's an 18th round keep. Nico Collins is 10th round, so maybe he drafts second there. So if he's got Bijan or McCaffrey there, and then just go receiver heavy since we have the 3 flex spots. So there's lots of opportunities to fill it with receivers in a full PPR league. Next up is the Foreskins, Ty. This one is the one I tried with Justin Jefferson in there versus taking Garrett Wilson and Sam Laporta. We'll see. I really think he should go Garrett Wilson and Laporta, let Jefferson fall into the pit, especially now with Sam Darnold going to be the quarterback all year. I'm not saying it's going to be a terrible year, but maybe a down year. So see what falls to him at. I think he's like the 10th pick overall with the keepers in there. So there should be some good receivers there, as lots of people are keeping receivers. So probably a little bit more running back heavy maybe. And then that would be a decent spot to draft another receiver if he wants. All right, Richard, as you saw, well, hopefully you saw in the app there, I posted the trade, Richard posted the trade. I posted the updated photo showing that we had a trade. Richard traded me his 16th round pick, and I gave him my 18th round pick, and that will allow him to keep both Trey McBride and CJ Stroud in the 18th round. Smart move, good keeps. Me, I like to do trades, so I know this helps Richard out, but hey, it might not. Maybe one of them get hurt, or maybe they're not as good as we think they are. Next we have Wayne. Wayne notoriously doesn't keep people, so I'm hoping this year he does, and if he does, I think he's going to take Jonathan Taylor in the 2nd round and Michael Pittman Jr. in the 6th. Maybe Njoku in the 9th could be a sneaky in there, or Walker in the 4th instead of Pittman. Go a couple running backs and then just go receivers, but who knows? We'll see what Wayne wants to do, if he does anything at all. Tom is up next. Tom, I have CD Lamb there in the 1st round. I think that's a lock. You can't let him go in the pile there. He'll be taken within the first 3 picks, I'm sure. So for him, CD Lamb, and then I had Jacobs in there all off season here. I really haven't seen any reports out of Green Bay about how if he's struggling or not. Seems like he's doing well. If he doesn't want to do that, maybe he goes Kittle or Mahomes. Kittle's got a 6th. Mahomes is a 4th round keep. Maybe he mixes it up, goes that way instead of Jacobs, but I'm going to say Jacobs for this purpose. Okay, next we have Jen. Jen again's another one I played with on the mock drafts, seeing what kind of options and maybe she could try to see what it looks like just with her having the 1st overall pick, knowing she'd probably go McCaffrey or maybe Bijan if she wants somebody younger. Maybe she surprises us all and takes a receiver with having ETN and Mostert as her 2 keeps. In my books, so who knows, but I'm very intrigued to see if she throws a little curveball in there on us all. But as I just said, I think she is going to go Travis Etienne and Raheem Mostert as her 2 keeps. All right, almost finished up here. Next we have Sunil. Sunil, I don't know, like he's got decent players, but their values, I don't know. Like Christian Watson is going to be a good receiver, but in the 3rd round seems too early. Aaron Jones in the 2nd. Seems a little early, so staying away from those. I am probably gonna. I do think it's still gonna be Kyle Pitts and Jerome Ford, but maybe he takes Terry McLaurin in the 4th instead. I think that's pretty good value for Terry. Or yeah, I think that's where I would end up. If yeah, I'm sticking with that. I'm gonna say maybe Terry McLaurin instead of Jerome Ford if he wants a little better known starter, maybe someone who's not just good for her first few weeks. So we'll go from there. Lastly, we have Dave. Dave's another one kind of throwing some ideas back and forth. I still think he'll take Tyreek Hill in the 1st. Kind of going all over the map. Could he go Hurts? Could he go Kamara? Could he even go Debo? Debo in the 3rd round wouldn't be too bad. Watching that receiver show on Netflix right now, and San Francisco games, I don't tend to watch a lot of the later afternoon games, so he's a beast out there. So maybe Dave surprises us and goes Debo, but I think he's actually going to go Jalen Hurts. I don't think he likes Kamara this year, and I think he's going to go with the quarterback and take Hurts again this year as his keeper. Okay, not too bad, under 10 minutes. So as you see on your screen, there's all the picks. Who I think everyone's going to keep. I got them in the draft order there. So that's my guess. We'll see if I got most of it right, maybe half right. Who knows? I don't know what everybody's thinking, but those are my guesses. So just end it off here. Good luck to everybody in the draft. It should be a good season. Don't forget to pay the commish, and we'll get that all taken care of. So have a great weekend, and we'll talk soon.